Whoa. Too late night, double feature, picture show, I wanna go. Too late night, double feature, picture show. Hold on, I need to plug in my headphones. I need to like tear something because every once in a while we just kind of hold on. Just kind of hold on. Just kind of anything going on? I can't hear any sound. Anything going on? What in the goddamn hell is going on here? What in the goddamn hell is going on here? What in the goddamn hell is going on here? What in the goddamn What in the goddamn Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Says that it's working. Whole lot of nothing. Says that it's working. Whole lot of nothing. Can you hear me? Oh, maybe the volume's... Can you hear me? Nope, never mind. Oh, maybe the volume... Is the volume over here? No. Oh, maybe the volume... Is the volume over here? No. What the fuck is going on here? Is the volume over here? No. What the fuck is going on here? Is the volume over here? No. What the fuck is going on? Did I plug it into the wrong thing? Hello? Did I plug it into the wrong thing? Oh, fuck, I did. Hello? Did I plug it my god, it's working now. Hello? Did I plug oh my god, it's working. Okay, why are we doing the echo again? Oh, you know why we're doing the echo? Cause, hold on, let me turn that off. And now... no echo. Fuck yeah. Okay, let's turn that back on. And now there's gonna be a little bit of an echo, probably. Now there shouldn't be. Okay! What the fuck are we doing, you know? To the late night double feature picture show. I wanna go. I don't know what I want to do. I started this stream with absolutely no idea of what I was gonna do today, which is very like me. Oh, one of the bolts in my thing. I should show you this, actually. I should show you this cool ass thing that I have before we do anything. Let's see. Full face. Ready? Ah, shit, my headphones aren't long. Now look at this shit. Look at that. Look at that. It's a very bad angle. Let me see if I can. There we go. Look at that. That is my new desk chair. What the fuck is it? It's a stool. It's a stool. All my shit's all tangled. Okay, we got it. Okay, so what I think I want to do today is I actually want to do things that are not my computer. I want to do things. I want to do world things. But I also need to, before I do anything, I need to fix the bolt in this chair because it's, shit, something just fell out. Motherfucker. Yeah, we need to tighten up these bolts because they're so loose that I can just screw them with my fingers and they're getting tighter. Like, what the hell? I don't know where the fuck this came from. Okay, hell, man. Okay, that's one. And then this other one. Oh, yeah, it came out of there. Where all of the little, I mean, it's a wonderful chair, you know, wonderful chair, excellent chair. Got it from the thrift store that I like to go to. But all them little bits and pieces, nods and enders, falling the fuck out. Okay. I'll be right back because my hair is still wet. And the door is still open. And I want tea and a snack. Okay. I turn the kettle on, that might be kind of noisy. What I want to do, there's a few things we could do. I also kind of wanted to work on my project too. But, there's a few other projects that aren't that we can do. Maybe I could paint a little bit. It's been a while since I worked on the big guy. It's been a while since I worked on him. The other guy. Seasons are changing, you know. We kind of need new shit to put out. I actually don't know what I want to do today. What the damn hell? Okay, let's just. Where the fuck did my phone go? Here it is. There's something that I was gonna do. It's not on my phone, but it's like the things that I want to do are like, you know, notes on my phone. Okay, so I have this thing. Let me show you. Yeah, that thing. You could try to make that thing. But we also have. Oh fuck! This is a mess. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do this, but we can. Because it is a thing that I'm gonna do. So my window is currently a mess because they took all my shit down because I'm making curtains. And so basically this is gonna be, I'm calling it a drape diaper. I don't know what you'd call it because it's gonna be so I'm gonna, it's very long. It's like twice as long as it needs to be. And so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put elastic. We're gonna like do a tube up the side, put elastic in the tube, gather it up and bunch it, stick it around that white thing on top. And then there's the transparent snake shit. But this part, there's these two layers, which makes this meshy net shit that isn't really all that stable on its own. It makes it more stable. So I'm gonna embroider it, which is what I'm in the process of doing right here. So I could do that. That's one thing that we could do. I actually have a list of projects that I need to do somewhere. I don't know where. I lost my list of projects. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of the other stuff that I have is just like master's project stuff. At least in this notebook. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing the list in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in here either. I don't know why I put a list like that. Maybe in this book. The cat book. Cat notebook. No, there's one page that's been written on in here. And it's the page. Oh, holy shit, somebody's calling me. Why are people always calling me? Okay. I have to take this call, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have these two notebooks. I don't have high hopes for them. And this is the notebook I take with me when I go on trips. So it's yeah, it's on the list. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, sew pockets for pants. Oh my god, a lot of these things are already done. I have diamond dot. I have that diamond dot still that I have to make. Okay, so I'll keep this one out and I'll put the other one away. And I'm gonna go pour my tea. I think what we might do is the heart-shaped cross stitch. Because that's what I'm feeling up to today. I moved my mug warmer off of my desk. Now my mugs on my desk won't stay warm. That's okay. Oh, you know what else we have? Shoot. This is gonna be difficult to find because I think the piece. That there. Probably not a good idea to put it on the keyboard. That's okay. And then thread for this project is in this tin. And now I just have to find the project itself. It's definitely, oh yeah, it's right here. So yeah, this thing. It's hard to tell what it is from this. So let's find where, oh, well, that looks easy. Only one color too. Here we go. That's it. This is what the finished project should look like. I don't know if I had all of the exact colors, I may have decided to do some of my own. Let me see what other projects there are, because I have so many projects. I have this. Oh my god. Isn't this is the baby announcement for my cousin's first kid, who is now like 5 years old. Don't ask me to do a project that has like time constraints. It's never gonna get done. And like my family is so bad about that too, because they'll be like 79, 59. Oh my god, these are. I just finished that one. Actually, let me show you what I finished. Because we've had like a month of doing things. Maybe not a month, but like a couple weeks of getting things done. And it's been kind of cool. So let me show you what we've done. All hat and no cattle. Throw away. No. Oh god. Oh yeah. That. Go fuck yourself. So yeah, those are the two things that I finished. And I was working on the Go Fuck Yourself for a while. But the all hat and no cattle, I started working on it like a couple days ago. And yeah, like I said, I finished it in a couple of days. So, you know, some of them it takes a while. But some of them, you know, you can just run right through them. I have all these other things. Let me show you the basket again. God. Show you the basket. What else do we have in here? These are just random scraps. This is a pillowcase. And so for this pillowcase, we need something, we would need like an iron-on kind of transfer thing, which I have. But that's not really the kind of thing that I want to do right now. Got this. There's a little scrap. Got this. I'm not sure. I've had this for a while. Not sure what I want to do with it. I forgot what I got it for even. Probably like a dollhouse project, but I don't have the dollhouse anymore. It's in storage. I have this. I don't know what I do with that either. Get rid of it. There's this fabric. How big is this? Little. I mean, it's one of those. This is definitely. I got this one and this for the dollhouse. And now because I don't have the dollhouse, I just don't know what to do with it. There's this. And this. And this. And this. And probably a dollhouse set. I got into cross stitch. I did not get into cross stitch because I wanted my family to send me all of these and tell me to make them for them. I got into cross stitch because I wanted to make things for my dollhouse. You know, and embroidery in general. Because I wanted to make things for the dollhouse. So my family was like, "Oh, you want to stick a needle through thread? Well, here's all of these things that you can have." And I'm like, I don't know. What the hell this is fluid? Weird. Um, this is probably older than my cat. There's a couple things in here, actually. I think I actually finished that one at some point. There's a few things in here. This is supposed to be for a jar topper. You embroider the thing, and then you put it on one of those, like, canning jars. This is a cat. These are my iron-on transfer. Oh, these are cute. I wanted to make those. These are chickens. Oh, this is one of the ones that I completed. I made it for my grandma. It's supposed to be for Christmas, but she hung it up on the wall in the bedroom and just left it up there year round. I don't know what this is for. This is something that my mom sent me. Weird ass, funny. Yeah, I'm never gonna make that. I'm never gonna make it. Cute, like bunnies. What do we do with it? This is embroidery, not cross stitch. I mean, it's not like bad. It's just not. What I want to do is this. And like, the thing about this one, why I haven't done it, it's just too fucking complicated. Like, let me show you this shit in here. First of all, okay, first of all, we're just talking about the threads, right? These are the threads. There are so many threads that there are 3 cards that all of the threads are on. That's just too fucking much. And there's even one of them. Look at this shit. I did safety pin an extra thing to the thread thing because it's a mess. And then here's the fabric. It's just this giant monstrosity. And then the chart. I think this is actually. Is this a chart for that project? No, this is the chart for a different project. See, the charts are just bullshit. Anyway, here's the chart. This chart is just to tell you which color belongs with which shape. So it's like the key. And then this is the actual chart that you use for the cross stitch. But it's not just one chart. No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Oh, dear God. We're just gonna... Hmm. Yeah, I just can't do that right now. Anyway, there's annoying motherfucker in my chat. And get the fuck out. Don't come back. I will deal with you when I have a moment. Now, where was it? We were talking about the chart. So this is the top right of the chart. This is the bottom left of the chart. This is the bottom right of the chart. I have been working on this for about, I'm gonna say 10 years. About 10 years, at least. And this is the section that I have completed. Now within this section, the reason why it's so fucking difficult, right? You have a big chunk here of the little end symbols. So that's all one color, that's fine. But then you got $1 sign. Where's the other dollar signs? They're all the way over there. Where's more dollar signs? I don't know, over there. Some over there. Now, in doing all of those dollar signs, you have used enough of your thread that you still have quite a bit more. But that quite a bit more is not going to reach to the rest of the dollar sign. And you're not going to be able to use it after you cut it, because the tying it and the cutting it and the tying it and the retying it and the knotting it is going to take up so much thread that you're only going to be able to do like 2 more things. So these bother me. And then the other thing that happens, and this is before I got good at the back, this is a really tiny one. This is a really tiny weave. So this shit is especially off. Let me take it off of the hoop, I'll show you. Fuck, I dropped the doohickey. Here we go, I found it. Now, the back of this shit, and like I said, this is especially awful because it's a looser weave. But the back of this shit is all knotted to hell. So I'm gonna have to go back in here and do this purple shit in here. I'm gonna have to fight through all that shit, right? So like, in theory, big old project like this, gonna take you a lot of time, gonna be very engaging, very good, very interesting. In practice, oh, it's such a fucking headache. I just do not have, I don't even remember. That's the other problem, is that when you put it down and you pick it back up, right? I point you at the octopus. You put it down and you pick it back up, you gotta find out all over where you was going and what you was doing and all of that shit. So it's a nightmare of a project. And I kind of want to rip it out and start over, but I feel like I already done that with this one at least. Huh. Yeah. Another thing that bothers me, right? You can't put this you can't put it properly on the hoop. Because if I try to put it so it's all the way on the hoop, right? Here's what you're gonna have. Let me show you. Let me show you what you're gonna have. Take this, you put it on the hoop. If the fabric is all the way on the hoop, see? What you have to do is you have to be like doing the corner by hand, holding it, which is horrible, and you get terrible hand cramps. But then once you get over far enough, like, you know, that far, you can finally put the hoop back on. But now you got this loose shit. Now, why do you need it on the hoop in the first place? Because, hold on a second, and I will show you why it's important. to have a hoop. You need a hoop because, I'll show you on this one. In the back, you got all these fucking threads. Right? And most of them aren't gonna be going all over the fucking place, right? But the ones that are going all the way over here. So if I put that too tight, then I'm gonna have a big lump when I flip it around. If I put that too loose, then all my shit over here is gonna start coming loose. Right? So you really need the appropriate level of tension in your piece. I'll show you this one over here. A good example. It has little sticky bits on the back so it sticks to the wall. See, you need appropriate tension. So there's this connector right here, this connector right here, this connector right here, these connectors, and then that's just a string. You need the appropriate tension. Otherwise, it's gonna be weird. If there's too much tension, then it's gonna scrunch up. And I think that you can kind of tell. I mean, there's also like the way the hoop warps it, but you can see how it's kind of puffy. It's not bad. It's not super noticeable. You put it behind a frame, it's probably gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna know the difference, right? But like I said, projects like this, things are gonna be sticking out. Things are gonna be too tight. Could be a problem. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you know, I would know it's there. You know those things where like nobody else is gonna know it's there, but I know it's there. That kind of shit, you know. So anyway, you use a hoop, and you want to get your hoop as in the center as possible, so you can avoid just that. Now, there are smaller hoops. This is the regular sized hoop, I would say. That one over there is good. The thing about plastic hoops is they're okay, but they don't really hold the tension all that well. So you're gonna have to keep retightening your hoop because the hoop is smooth and it doesn't have anything to really stick to. Now, wooden hoops have little wooden texture-y things. So your wooden hoop is gonna stick a little bit better. But your plastic hoop, not gonna stick so much. So you're gonna have to tighten it and readjust it. And you can tell that the all hat and no cattle was done. I mean, I don't know, maybe you can't, but I can't. It was done on a plastic hoop. Because I had to keep fiddling with it and fucking with it to get this in one place. I really prefer a smaller hoop. And that means that I'm going to have to move my hoop more often. But it also means that the individual sections that I work on just kind of look a little bit neater. And maybe there's some person who has been, you know, cross-stitching for years and years and years who's going to come in and be like, you're full of shit, you don't know what you're talking about. And granted. I'm just a dabbler in all of this. I'm just a person who's fucking around and finding out. So I'm not an expert. But even though I'm not an expert, I've developed my own ways of doing things that are easier than I feel a lot of other ways of doing things are. So I like the wooden hoop, I like a smaller hoop, and I like to work on big chunks at a time rather than little tiny itty bitty ones. Now, another thing that you'll notice if you are a person who does cross stitch is you'll notice that I didn't start from the middle. I started from the outside corner. That is, you're not supposed to do that. Why are you not supposed to do that? I have no fucking clue. According to the cross-stitch people, you are supposed to line, you're supposed to, this is bullshit. Right, watch this shit. Okay, you take your fabric, pretend there ain't nothing on here. You fold your fabric in half. Actually, no, you don't even fold the fabric in half. You find this, you measure for the center point of the fabric. Which already, why are we measuring for the center point of the fabric when we could fold the fabric in half? And that's my little center right there. And you're going to say, well, it's kind of crooked. But when it came out of the back package, it wasn't crooked. So it would have been flat. And then you're going to measure for the center of this. And once again, I would say you could just fold that shit in half. Now, this square at the center is going to correspond to the bottom left right here. So, I say this is my center point. I'm starting with the bottom left chart. That means I'm going to stitch this. This looks like ass. I'm going to stitch this section. Right? And you start from the middle. Which probably solves that weird... I mean, it doesn't... That's the thing. Because it doesn't really solve the I need to do the corners without a hoop problem. Because the corners are still there. The corners are still going to need some kind of tension to hold them in place. Even if the rest of the piece is done. Right? So yeah, I just, you know, it like, let's be real, I'm not gonna get this shit done. It's just too fucking big, man. There's too many threads, it's too big. I'm sure shit ain't starting in the middle. And the thing is, that I call it twitchy eyes. I have twitchy eyes. So I can't keep track of where I am. So if I start from the middle, I'm gonna have no idea what this shit I'm looking at. So I need to start with little pieces and little chunks. And it's easy to do that if you start at the corner. If you're like, oh yeah, I'm looking at the corner. What do I need to look at now? Oh, I need to look back at the corner, you know? It's too much shit going. Too much shit. Look at this. Look at how fucking tiny that is, too. It's tiny. It's tiny. Bullshit. What time in their life for all that? Maybe when I'm like 80 years old and I don't have shit to do. What else do I got? I got this chicken. Look at this chicken. Oh, there was all that shit inside of it. Never mind, I don't got this chicken. What? This chicken got me. Oh. Okay. I don't know why that was in there. The thing about cross stitch and embroidery and all that shit is at some point you realize you have all this shit that you started at one point, but you forgot what you were doing with it. And that's it. You just forgot what you were doing with it. Like, I was doing something with that. I don't remember what I was doing with that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's off into the ether. It don't matter no more. Okay. So, I don't think I need this hoop. This is a plastic hoop. But I like it. I like it. It doesn't have good tension, but it's easier to adjust than most. So you lose some and you win some. Let's put this back up. Let's point this back up, actually. I need to make some adjustments. Okay. So wibbly wobbly. We are not. Okay. Delete. There we go. How do I? Yeah, I just deleted it this time. I mean, that's gonna have to be fine. I'm tired. I'm a tired person. Anyway. Um, I think I really need to get out like a screw. Oh, my elbow. Ow. That fucking hurts. But yeah, I think I need to get out a screw to tighten these bolts. No. I think that'll be fine for now. Okay. So today we are working. Terrible lighting. Bad direction to point it in. Not bad direction to point it in. A bad frame depth. Okay. It's kind of dark. I'm gonna go turn on my big light. Oh my god. One thing I will say about this stool is it's kind of complicated to get up from. Okay. I don't need those right now. It doesn't really fit because it's too dark problem, but what can you do? Oh my god. What can you do? So. Actually, I should. Oh, the microphone is picking up. What the fuck? I just reset the noise gate settings the other day. Okay. Let's do like 30. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, it looks like it's picking up me now and not the background noise. So I think it should be better. Who the fuck knows? Close. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fiddle around with this stinking hoop. See, not making it into the hoop. Oh fuck. Not making it into the hoop. Oh, I fucked it. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera before I get started. So if you can't see anything now, don't worry about it because you will. I just, yeah, it's hella crooked. It's not gonna get any better than that. Ah, fuck! Yeah, see, this is bullshit. This is why I don't even try. We're just gonna, look at this shit. This is what we do. Straight up. Hold it tight. I'm not sure if I have more of this black thread. I think I'm running out of black. I might have more in the tin, but I might not. Why does it keep catching? There's like a knot in the thread. Oh, that's bullshit. No, this isn't too bad. Like tension-wise, because we're only doing a single roll or row. But if we was trying to do more than just this row, you know, we're trying to go all over the place, you like that shit, kind of be a problem that we don't have a hoop. Just as it is, you know, gonna aggravate your carpal tunnel. You're probably gonna get a hand cramp, but you know, it gets the job done. Gets the job done. That knot in the thread is really getting. Fuck, there's another one. Oh, this is bullshit. Yo, fuck this shit. Done with this shit. Bullshit. I'm not gonna do this when there's 2 fucking knots in my thread. I cannot handle the sensory nightmare that is having 2 fucking knots in my thread. Did I bring scissors over here? I did not bring my little scissors over here. I don't think. So we're just gonna go get them. Be right back. Ow. Ugh. Don't know where my little scissors are, actually. I just straight up lost them. That's bullshit. Fine. Go ahead. A big concern. Oh, they're up there. Never mind. My big concern is these are sharp. They're embroidery scissors. So they're sharp. I mean, all scissors are sharp. But they're, you know, there's a little tip. Sharp little tip. And my big concern is like, you put it on the couch and you sit on it. And now your couch has a big old hole. You know what I'm saying? Concerning. Okay, where were we? We're cutting this. This is bullshit. I didn't bring my pin cushion. I thought, I don't need a pin cushion. Ooh, for a pin cushion. There's no way that anything I'm gonna do is gonna require a pin cushion. And now here I am. Oh golly gee gosh, I think I need a pin cushion. Okay, here's the thread. And if you can see what I see, we have this much black, yeah, left. The fuck? This much black thread left, which is not enough for this project, so we're gonna be fucked. At some point. We're not fucked yet. I actually couldn't find, because I've been knowing that I need more black embroidery thread, and so I looked when I was at the place last time, and I couldn't find any. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But they didn't have any. And that's not cool. That's not chill. That's not very fun, or very chill, or very sexy, or very cool at all. I do have regular black thread, so worst comes to worst, we can use regular ass like sewing thread for embroidery thread. And I know that there are people who will be like, That is blasphemous, and you belong in hell. And to those people, I say, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And I can only ever do what I gotta do, you know? So, if you don't like that I use black sewing thread for an embroidery project, then you are welcome to go find somebody who embroiders using the correct type of thread. You know? Yeah. It's a you problem. But we have the thread. Now, apparently, according to people who do these things, it is in vogue to leave your threads just hanging. However, I'm not sure about you, but I have never known a thread that would not unravel from whatever the hell it was doing if given the opportunity, especially since we have some places where there's one whole enchilada, and that is the entirety of the thread that is going to be used. So imagine, if you will, one whole enchilada of a thread, and it just goes up, and then it goes back out. It doesn't attach to anything. It don't wrap around nothing. It just goes up, and then it goes back down. Now, these pieces may end up in a frame on the wall, but before they get to that point, they're going to be handled. They're going to be worked around. They're going to be mauled a little bit. They're going to be stretched over hoops. Now, if you are a single thread, and the astute people in the chat or in the viewership will know, well, most of them are going to go over another time and not just up and down. But shut up. Nobody asked you. Now, imagine you are a little thread, and you go up, and you go down, and you are encountering, you know, you're living your life as a little thread, right? And you are encountering the mauling and the manhandling and the wiggling and moving around. And you're encountering other threads that are like pushing you and pulling you around. Now imagine that you get tangled in with those other threads, and somebody comes in and is trying to neaten up those other threads. And they push and pull you around. And you, unlike those other ones, have the least that you are actually, you know, stuck to, right? Well, it's gonna get pulled out, right? So, I get that just having a bunch of dangling threads seems like a really nice aesthetic thing. Far more aesthetic than whatever this grotesque monstrosity is. But I present to you the fact that I just can't live my life like that. It's not happening. No. I don't want to take a brush to the back of my sewing project. And like, even when it comes to threads that aren't one single thread, even when it's like a whole chain, right? Whole chain of little X's, there's still that one thread that's not secured to anything, that's getting tangled up with everything around it, that's gonna need to be unknotted. And like, you're not leaving enough thread back there that you can put it back on the needle and take it back through the fabric. It's just a little tiny piece of thread back there, you know? Otherwise, you're gonna be so hopelessly knotted in the back that it's just nothing's gonna go through there. And it's not just a line of stitches, right? It's a whole bunch of shit. You know, you're going up and down thousands of times. So, you know, there's all sorts of messes and knots and tangles. And there's those little threads that are coming out that can't be pushed back in. It's just a whole mess. And people will be out there and they'll be saying, well, I did it with my project, so obviously you can do it with yours. And like, that's, you know, you can say that's a thing that you can say. Those are words that come out of your mouth. But consider for a moment the possibility that I just ain't into all that. I just ain't into all that. I'm not. I'm not. So it's like, fuck. I missed the square. And I did like next to the square. So like, I get that there are ways that like things are done, right? But sometimes the way that things are done just ain't gonna work for everybody who's doing things. In which case, it is a perfectly reasonable solution to just do it whatever way that works for you. And like, sure, I'm not gonna be entering this. You know, we're not gonna get grand prize at the county fair. But I don't want to get grand prize at the county fair. I just want to have another thing to stick up on my art wall. And my art wall, it may be a gallery wall, but it ain't no goddamn. That's for damn sure. And we can wax poetic about craft, right? And like how you know, craft is something that we can like, you know, you building a skill and having pride and all that shit, right? We can say that, but I don't think that like building your craft means that it needs to be done to somebody else's standards. I think craft is entirely, I mean, it's not entirely your own because like somebody had to invent sticking the needle in and pulling the needle back up, right? So it's not entirely my own craft. But the processes through which your craft, that is not necessarily your own craft, right? All of the nitpicky detail processes, they don't have to be the same for it to still be your craft, you know? Or for it not even your craft, to just be craft. I care much less about how it gets done than I do about, you know, getting it done. So yeah, that's my take on that. That is annoying. That is annoying. Having this shit like over my hand and I have to fuck with it every time I do that. I think I need a pin. I thought I had a single pin here. Pro tip. If you don't like the fabric, flop it all around your hand. And I usually do this with straight pins. What you can do is you take your shit. You roll your shit. Pin your shit. And now, it's easier to work with. I mean, it's still annoying because there's still that shit there. But it's easier to work with than it was. Are we still centered? This camera is pretty impossible to work with for this. Well, Jesus. I mean, that's better. The problem with this is it's like slightly offset. So I have to like turn in a way that the chair isn't really. And oh my god. So yeah. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, this is annoying. This whole situation is just annoying. I'm pretty sure we can get it on the hoop where it is right now. You're supposed to put it like flat, like that. But cloth is a lot less like paper and a lot more like clay. Oh yeah, the plastic ones also tighten a lot easier than the wooden ones too. I think I have. What I have. Be right back. Ah! Fuck! Oh shit! I think it broke. It's fucked. Oh fuck! It's still. Oh no! There it is. We're good. We're good. God, this thing can take a fucking beating. Crooked. Here we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah. Oh, you know what would be good? Cheese it. Oh, I wanted to make chocolate chip cookies. Okay. There we go. Okay, I brought the plastic loop because this one, it just doesn't feel stable. This one, however. This is what I'm talking about. Where it's just not. You have to fuck around with it a lot more. And it still looks crooked as all get. Okay. The cool thing about this chair is you don't have to just sit in one way. You can sit in like a bunch of ways. Okay. My stock is falling off. Well, it might be trying to reach. Okay. I kind of wanted to get like a pillow from a lap, but I can't reach. I got a blanket instead. That's okay. Okay. Or, no, I don't have to hold it with my fingers. And that way, all I have to do is that little bit in there. Holding it myself. This is one of like the most boring parts. It's just there's so many things. Where it's just a line. You're just doing a line. And it just gets really monotonous at some point. And you're just like, I want to do something else. I think what I'll do, once I get up to this point where I can't really do anything anymore, I'll switch over to the other side and go back down. And I think, well, I can start on these bits here. Yeah. I got chocolate covered cherries from Winco. They're really good. They're costly though. Okay. So I'm kind of starting to run into the bottom hoop. And it's kind of annoying. What is going on here? Look at this shit. You know what happened? Is there was a knot and I kept going. Very annoying. Okay. And then we switch over to the other side. It doesn't really matter what direction you come at your little X from, so long as the bottom is all going one way and the top is all going one way. But I forget. I fuck it up because I forget which way they're supposed to be going all the time. But who the hell, aside from like the county fair judge, who the fuck is gonna get close enough to tell? And like, frankly, I can barely tell. So ain't nobody else getting close enough to tell. So it don't really matter. The thing is, you don't have to do something perfectly or even correctly or even well to enjoy doing it. Sometimes it's just the process of doing it. That's, you know, that's the part. That's the thing. I need my thimble because what happens is right there it starts to get sore because the thread is always bumping it. It would be valid to think, the hell is the thimble gonna do about that? Perfectly valid question. And actually, um, ow, kick my vacuum. Anyway, what the thimble does is it changes how I hold my hand, the needle. I don't think this pillow is gonna stay on my lap. I think this is gonna work. I'm trying to do the pillow idea that I had earlier. Yeah, this is not gonna work. What we could do, I'm putting it on my lap. I play music. Uh, no, we're good, we're good. We're about to run into this shit. We're not about to run into this shit, but we're like in its general area. Okay. So minimize that. And like some let's see how loud it is. Can't even hear it. Okay, there's something there. It's just very quiet. Okay. Oh, go. Today's tea is pumpkin spice chai. Pumpkin spice. Got too many tabs open. Okay. You know, it's hard to find the hole in the bottom. It helps when you have a brighter light. I know everybody said light on top, light on top. The light on the bottom, though, helps when you're coming back up. I can see a little pink dot in there. Now I can't find it because it's just an awkward angle. Hate all those fucking threads. You're not supposed to tear them off like that, but fuck that. I always cut the fabric a little bit big because I just don't want to worry about it unraveling around the sides. I have stuff. It's like steam glue, and that works really well. Sometimes you just don't want to deal with that either. I believe that you shouldn't have to deal with things if you don't want to. And for those anti-waste people, well, I don't know what to tell you. This whole project's probably a waste, so. I mean, it's not a waste to me. I'm gonna hang it up on the wall. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna enjoy it. But if we're thinking on like a global scale, I mean, first of all, if we're thinking on a global scale, a half-inch Aida, you know, that ain't killing the turtles. It's the straws that's doing that. But on a global scale, having any hobbies or consuming anything at all is probably wasteful to some degree. And like, sure, You can believe that it's your personal responsibility to engage in making as little waste as possible, but half-inch Ada. If it was like a bigger project, or I was the more serious, dedicated crafter who wasn't just making things out of scraps that I already had, I think I'd cut it a little bit closer. It's already a scrap. I'm already going to take the other scraps and do other scrappy things with them. So, half-inch Ada preserved my comfort. And that is, you know, the comfort of not having to worry about your shit falling apart. You know, I don't think that that's gonna destroy the planet or save the planet. I have no pretensions about my effect upon the planet. Right now, we're working on these diamond things, and that's pretty routine. You just gotta do the same shit that's over here until you get to the other side. I need to unpin this. I've seen projects that are like, no waste project, and I used all of this, and how do you do that? And it's like, I get that. I get that you're trying to use as much as possible, but there's always going to be scraps, no matter how much you try to save. So, like, instead of worrying about the scraps, or like whether there's going to be scraps, why don't we just, you know, try to use the scraps to the best of our ability? I think that's a far more worthy goal than trying to, like, be zero. I mean, it is a step towards, you know, not wasting. But at the same time, like, instead of your goal being, I'm not going to waste at all, how can the goal instead be, like, practical? And, like, I'm going to get as much use out of the things that I'm using as possible. I'm going to make things or buy things too that shit, I fucked that up. That I'm actually gonna use. You know? So the focus is less on something that's not really possible and more on something that you can actually achieve. Because too often we have goals that are just not realistic. So how can we have, you know, big goals that are also realistic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I keep getting these, like, TikToks by people who can, like, afford to live on like farms, and they're like, I have so much organic produce. It's so gross that you shop at the grocery store. I can things all the time. And it's like, most people can't grow organic produce off of their apartment balconies. I don't know what to tell you, man. This looks crooked as all get up. I'm just gonna have to trust that eventually it will get to where it needs to be, I guess. Oh no, wait. Oh, yeah. That's why it's crooked as all get up, because that's in line with that, not that. That's okay. There's this one especially annoying one where this lady's like, I'm going to force everybody to be a granola mom like me, and I'm gonna do it in like really underhanded, and maybe not underhanded and sneaky is the right way to say it, but like a very, like, she doesn't recognize that she is coming at the issue of like recycling and healthy whatever eating and all that shit from a very like privileged perspective, where like she has money and time and resources to do these things and other people don't. And so it's like, I get that you want to promote this certain lifestyle, but I would ask you whether or not this lifestyle is actually attainable. Because there seems to be no recognition that, like, not everybody in the world can be a suburban housewife who grows produce on their house farm. So, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Not everybody has a house farm. And, like, sure, there's ways to grow tomatoes on your balcony, but you're definitely not going to be able to grow enough to feed yourself on, like, a 4x6 balcony, which is what I have, which I think is pretty standard for most apartments. Shit. That's fucked. Anyway. Accessible environmentalism. I think there's a lot of ways to make environmentalism accessible to a lot of people. Like the idea of guerrilla gardening. You can guerrilla garden no matter where the fuck you are, man. That's the whole point. The whole point of guerrilla gardening is you see a patch of ground and you go start a garden there. That's it. It's that simple. I think promoting shit like that, it's like immediately accessible. You can immediately go out into your environment. You can find the road divider where there's just dirt and weeds, and you can plant something there. It's gonna grow something. And it's gonna be a while before anybody comes around to do something about it. Like shit. When I was a kid, there was this one street corner. The street corner, I think I talked about it in one of my videos. Like, this bus stop gets wiped out by a car. And it just sits there wiped out looking. For like months, right? I saw this dead bird near the bus stop. And it's right outside a car dealership. So that's the area where people are going to be walking, right? Ain't nobody doing nothing about that shit. It's just sitting there. Dead ass bird sitting there. Really gross. Roadkill just sits there. So if they're not doing anything about roadkill, which is a public health hazard, or busted down bus stops. How the hell you think they're gonna find the funding to go rip out a tomato bush? They're not. They're not. And if they do, guess what? Seeds are cheap. You know? That's all I'm saying, man. So, like, if you don't have the time or the energy or the resources to grow your own personal food forest, sympathize with that, you know? Empathize with that. I don't have that shit either. But tomato seeds, and I wouldn't even do tomato seeds actually, because tomatoes are little high maintenance motherfuckers. You know what I do is lettuce. All sorts of lettuces. And I make sure first that the lettuces are gonna be whatever you plant. Like, don't go planting mint, because mint is highly invasive, right? But figure out what works in your area. Get a little handful of seeds. Go find a patch of dirt. If the dirt's nasty and hard and rocky, whack around a little bit, give it a kick or two. Sprinkle those seeds. See what grows. You get seeds from the dollar store. Real cheap. And I guarantee you that those plants are going to have a while to grow. They're going to have some time. They're going to produce something. Ah, fuck. That's where the frame starts, I think. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. That's where this Nevermore bit starts. So actually, fucked it up. Okay. I might not even need to rip this out, actually. Okay, so there's 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then I need to like look at it up close so I can know what's going on right now. Okay. So then this is the one. No, wait. Fucked it up. I don't know where I am actually. Okay. We're gonna pop it out of the hoop. We're gonna compare it to our notes. So one, two, three. So we're at the middle one. This, and then there should be one. Okay, so we have to take out a couple more. And I just dropped that shit. Oh, that's so fucking annoying. Let's see if I cannot reach that shit. No. No. Ouch. Okay, what I want to do. That's better. Oh, fuck. Fucked it up. There it goes. Back. Not the most comfortable chair. We're doing cross stitch. That's funny. Okay. Where were we? This is where the chart. I mean, I think the chart has already become important. But this is where the chart really becomes important. Fuck! The fuck is going on here? That's what's going on here. Okay. Put that down. This is the bottom. This point is the middle. So it's gonna be 1, 2. This thread is super long. And then I'll show you the chart, but I don't know, you might not be able to see. Oh, fuck. Press on the board. Show you the chart, but it might be kind of hard to see what's going on because the chart is tiny and my camera can only focus so much. So, if you can't tell what's going on in the chart, okay, you don't need to know. This is the section. This is the section we're working on right now. We're doing the squares. We're starting at this bottom piece right here. See? We're starting down here from the bottom. That's where we are. And we're starting over here. We go up over 1. That's where we start. And of course, changing the height of my chair changed everything. So the way I had things no longer works. I have the chart over there off camera. Okay. And then we start 1 over from this one. We go 1 over from this one. So it's going to be 5. So that's 2. 3. weirdness back. Oh, that's just the knot that I tied. 3, 4, 5. No, we go up by 1. We go over 4. One, yep, right on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move my stickies around. And there's diagonal and 3, and then another diagonal and 3. So 1, 2, 3, another diagonal. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next one is up by a diagonal and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and over 2. We go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's a 1 and 2, 3, 4, and I can't find the hole. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now what I'm gonna do It's gonna go over all those little lines. I really want to make those chocolate chip cookies. Every once in a while, what you gotta do is untangle your thread. Oh, fuck. Why did I do that? Okay. Um, I feel like this isn't all gonna fit here. I mean, that's in line with that. I guess we'll find out, won't we? How long has it been? Find out. Oh, geez, it's been almost 2 hours. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is, in a minute, I'm gonna take a break. I may move to the couch. Well, then I'd have to change the microphone. I don't want to do that. Uh-oh. My thread's starting to get twisted. Show you what you do. There's a few things you can do. Twist it upside down. It's supposed to untwist itself, but that don't usually work. What I do, I hold it upside down. Not sure if you can see this. Hold it upside down, and your thread is there. Where'd it go? There it is. There's the needle. Just take your fingers, pinch the thread, and just do that. And that should untangle everything. See how when I grab it, instead of falling into this crook here, instead of falling in here, where it's gonna annoy me, it goes on here. Or it won't. These rubber thimbles are actually from the dollar store, and you get like a bag of 3 of them. And I like them a lot more than regular thimbles because they just feel comfortable to wear. What I used to do is I would put a band-aid there so that it didn't bother me. But that gets annoying. You can't really bend your finger with a band-aid on it. Then 4. Untangle this thread again. I did not make this pillow. A friend gave it to me. Covered in cat hair. 2, 3, 4. 1. I'm just doing, it's a mirror. The same on each side, so I'm just doing what I did on the other side. 2. I mean, it's not a mirror, but it's like a mirror image. The same on both sides. Then these 3, and then 4. I'm just going to check the pattern. 4. 1. 2. And then up until we get in line with that. It was 10 over there.